Court, the movie podcast where Sean
and Mampy
watch shit, talk shit, and most importantly, eat shit. We are the law.
And we are Venom.
And we saw Venom, The Last Dance.
How does he do that voice for so long?
It'd be exhausting. I bet that's like, they do like 3 different sessions in the recording booth for the whole movie. It's like 8 hours a session. Oof.
And he's just like,
Yeah.
my throat really hurts.
Can you, could you do that with more, just like excitement?
More rasp.
No, the character does not speak with excitement. I will eat your head. I will eat your head now. I like to eat heads. And I like horses.
Do we know who does it, or is it Tom Hardy?
I think it's him.
Is it?
Hey, tweet at us at FoodCourtCast. Let us know who does the voice of Venom. I'm almost certain it's Tom Hardy.
I could see it being him because there's a lot of times where I don't know what he's saying at all, and I'm like, that fits pretty well with Tom.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
You want to go do the thing with the dot?
You want to go to New York City? But I'm from San Francisco, as you could tell by my accent.
He talks like Tweety Bird.
I'm from beautiful San Francisco.
Yes, I wouldn't get that in New York City.
Sean, I have to say, so when we record these pods, we do it through our phones, but we also have a video talking app so we could, like, talk to each other.
And hear each other.
And right now, Sean, y'all can't see this because you're listening, but Sean's computer is tilted to where I can only see the top of his head. So I'm talking just to his head. It's really funny.
I'll point it a little bit. Hey, vamp for like 7 seconds.
I just loved it. We were just doing the Venom voice, and all I could see was your head popping up.
Can you see me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, now we're doing fine. This is Food Court, a movie podcast where we talk about Venom, The Last Dance. Venom, Episode 3, from the not Spider-Man, but also maybe Spider-Man cinematic universe. It's from the Sony Spider-Man universe, but in the Sony Spider-Man universe, Spider-Man is not there.
Bye-bye.
It's a pretty great idea. They're like, what if Spider-Man isn't in this?
He isn't. He doesn't even exist in this universe, apparently. All right, guys. When are we going to get the Venom suit with the spider on it?
I mean, I kind of would like that.
Maybe next movie.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 4.
Spoiler alert, there's definitely going to be another movie, right?
Gotta be, right?
Okay, spoiler-free stuff. First of all, what did you think about this movie?
Me and Venom movies have a sordid history. It's always like, this is really a mess, but I'm laughing, and it is goofy and fun. I thought this was probably the worst of them.
Yes, absolutely the worst.
I think the end, I was having fun again. I was like, this is silly and fun. It's definitely dumb, but hey,
incredibly dumb.
Yeah,
it is not I would say not in any way well made.
Yeah.
There's like nothing about it that is particularly good.
Yeah.
But it is great.
Exactly.
It's awesome.
It's an anomaly of a picture, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it's weird because it has like B-movie energy, but it's not a B. I mean, I'm sure it cost them whatever, $50, $60 million to make it, like every movie costs.
Exactly.
But it has like the fucked up energy of a movie that someone made over a weekend.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't fucking know. There's a Venom horse.
And then there's the military.
Venom frog.
There's acid. They just have an acid machine.
It's an acid machine.
You're like, what is this?
It pours acid.
It pours. That's all it does. It just pours acid, and there's no safety around it.
For what reason? Well, it pours acid on stuff. That's the point of it.
And
it melts shit.
It's not inside of anything. It's just outside in the open.
No. That's just the kind of thing that you need.
Yeah.
Around. Spoiler alert, Area 51.
Area 51, yeah. If you aren't expecting Area 51, well.
It's there.
It's
back to not spoiling, though.
Yeah, we should.
This is the plot. Venom's back. He is currently in trouble and on the run because in the last movie, I think he did murder people, but he's getting in trouble for a person that he didn't murder? Is that what?
Yeah, this guy got killed by Carnage. I think it was a cop. I think. I don't know.
I think. Right?
I don't remember.
Who knows? And then, so he's on the run. They're going to go to New York City. Mm-hmm. Also, there's like 7 other storylines.
Yeah.
Of like things that will sort of show up. There's like a family. Mm-hmm. There's a scientist who has a past.
Yes.
There's another scientist who doesn't have a past but has a pin. There's a what else is there? Oh, there's the general or
there's a
corporal or
guy,
whatever
Sergeant.
His name is.
Corporal Sergeant General man.
Played by
that one guy. We know him.
Chiwetel Ejiofor?
I think that's his name.
That's what I say every time, but then every time I say it, I'm like, I must have gotten a syllable out of whack on that.
What would you edge me for? A Klondike bar. Anyways.
What would you edge a tool or an Ejiofor? What would you Chiwetel? Okay.
It's a cool name.
It is good.
We're not making fun of it. We're just like, wow, it's fun.
I'm not making fun of it. I'm just very dumb. Like, I'm a stupid... Like, not as bad as some Americans who are like, I fucking hate trans people. You know, like, I'm not that stupid. I'm like, hey, what if everybody was happy?
Yeah, that would be nice.
But I'm dumb enough to not know how to pronounce anything that isn't, like, very clear American name.
I'd
like
rather
Todd.
be naive than just straight up dumb. So I'll take that. I'm having fun with it.
We just watched Venom, and we're like, duh. This is fun.
I will say there was a man who was passed out. So anytime the movie faded to black, it was just like... And then at the end of the film, after I watched to the end of the credits, because you must stay for...
You want to know what's going on.
Yeah. And he was still passed out, and I was like, is it my responsibility to wake him up?
No.
I left. I just left him there.
Yeah.
Sleeping away.
As long as he's still snoring.
Yeah, he's just...
Like, if he's not moving, maybe you should tell someone.
Yeah,
but if he's still snoring,
man.
well, you know.
Yeah, he's having a blast.
Yeah.
That poor worker is going to have to come up.
Oh, yeah.
Excuse me, sir. What happened? What happened?
What did I miss?
Where's Venom? Yeah, what did I miss?
I was supposed to do that for this is my podcast.
Yeah.
I was supposed to watch Venom for my podcast. Oh, fuck. My 7 listeners are going to be so pissed off.
Shit.
Oh, shit. God damn it.
Fuck.
My
symbiote didn't wake me up.
Sorry, I was asleep too. Oh, me too. There's 2 of us inside of you.
Yeah.
So he's on the run, and he thinks he's going to New York City, but it's kind of a road movie, but not really, doesn't feel like a road movie, but it sort of is a road movie. Because he's on the road.
He's on the road again.
And goes to, like, Vegas. Mm-hmm. He goes to Area 51, which is teased early. There's lots of action. There's lots of adventure.
Oh, yeah.
And he is being chased by a monster. that was sent out by the evil mastermind Null. Who I guess is some big character.
I have no idea if they just made him up or not.
Who the fuck knows?
It seemed kind of made up on the spot, but so did everything else.
My name is Null.
And that's all I can tell you without spoiling it. The spoiler-free review essentially is this is not as good as the other ones, but still pretty dumb and has some fun parts.
You'll have fun with it if you like Tom Hardy's version and this Venom. You'll have a good time. It is just like, all right, the quality, like what happened?
It is. I mean, it's no Morbius. I'll tell you that.
No, I mean it is funny. Like even Morbius has a bit of a more solid like through line. This is very like, where are we? Why is this happening? Okay.
Deep down, the people don't know this yet, but eventually they'll find out Morbius was kind of one of the better comic book movies of the last 10 years.
Yeah, actually.
Sadly.
Surprisingly, yeah.
Kind of one of the better ones.
I had more fun with it, at least.
It's got a dummy like Jared Leto, who is like
Yeah.
a similar dummy to Tom Hardy, and maybe neither of them are dumb, but they have like the same energy where they're like, well, I'm doing a comic book movie.
Yeah.
I'm not playing like I'm just a regular guy. I talk just like
They're like, I am Morbius, isn't it weird? And he's like, I'm Tom Hardy. Yeah, I come from New York City and live in San Francisco.
they're like, I am in a world for children,
Yeah, absolutely.
and I'm gonna act like that.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I have to say, my movie went off. It started the way I think everyone should experience this movie. A guy who was very excited about Venom, I guess who worked at the theater, came in, the lights are all off, and then he said, now please enjoy Marvel Studios, Sony Pictures, Venom. And I was like, whoa,
What?
thank you. And then he left. And I was like, all right.
Like a real person?
Yeah, I went, okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was like, that's
I mean,
a little introduction. I love it.
this is has nothing to do with what you said, but almost does. Because I was at Publix the other day, and there was like the rare person at any job right now
Yes.
who like even cares a little bit.
Yeah.
And I totally understand. I hate my
Hey,
job too,
oh,
so I
yeah.
sort of understand. But
yeah.
I'm pretty good at pretending, and no one left. no one is
one's-
left who's good at pretending.
No.
But he was maybe in the right area of high school where he hadn't been like so crushed by life. And he was
Yes.
just kind of like very friendly. Very like conscientious about the sandwich he was making, like trying to do a good job, and I was like, wow, this is such a difference.
Yeah.
This is such an insane difference. Like the little bit of trying he's doing is really making my day.
Absolutely.
And I don't expect anybody else to do that, but when it happens, it's like, oh wow, who knew?
I mean, like I've talked about before, at every theater I've gone to, if I go regularly enough, one of the employees takes to me. It's almost
Employees love you.
Yeah, they're like, you are not seemingly miserable, so maybe I can also have permission to not be miserable. And then they're like, sir, welcome back. And I'm like, it's nice to be here. So I don't know. I mean, it is nice. It does make it a more pleasant experience.
Yeah.
Even though deep down he's probably like, God, I have to work.
Oh,
8
fuck.
hours.
I mean,
But maybe not. Maybe he loves. He does.
maybe he
seem to
just
love
loves sandwiches.
it. Maybe he does.
I mean, I love sandwiches.
Who doesn't?
They're good.
Some people don't, and that's okay too. We do not want to exclude nobody. Okay?
And now, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but I don't cotton to open face sandwiches.
Yes.
I don't believe in the open face sandwich. I think if you're talking like biscuits and gravy, that's like on the edge of open face sandwich, but it's pretty good as long as you got a knife and fork.
Yes, you must.
But like in general, the beauty of the sandwich is that it's closed. You pick it up, you take it with you.
yeah,
But when you see it open, you're like, well, this is against God.
absolutely. I mean, you wouldn't
This is why.
pick up a book that was missing the top of it. You know, you'd be like, this seems incomplete.
Yeah, what's wrong with this book?
What?
This book tastes horrible.
Or they hand you the book or you order it on Amazon. Let's be more current. And you open the box and it's in 2 pieces, and you're like, what? This isn't a book.
Or, alternately,
Uh-huh.
you're handed a book, and the bottom has, the book cover.
Yes.
And on the top, it's covered in mayonnaise. And you're like, what the fuck is this shit?
What the fuck you think?
You
If
know,
I
it's like
touch
that.
this, I'm going to get mayonnaise all over my gosh
Yeah.
darn hand.
It's almost like, why is this on bread? Why is this book
What's the
on
point
bread?
of putting this book on bread? If you want to really take the metaphor all the way down, what's the point of this?
Yeah, what is the point?
Tweet
That
at
would
us
be
at
good.
Food Courtcast. How do you feel about open face sandwiches?
That would be a great thing to say after they hand you your public sub. What is the point of this?
What is the point of this?
I guess that's it.
Oh, yeah, it's good. It just tastes delicious. The bread's good. It's crunchy.
It's like when you're living your life and having a good time, you're like, oh, right. This is what it's about.
This is the point of life.
Yeah, just living it.
Just watching Venom, having a great day.
Exactly.
Okay.
Let's get into it.
It's spoiler time.
Crack it open.
This is all we can talk about without spoilers.
Rip and slip.
Though it is like any comic book movie, you sort of know the way it will happen.
Yes.
You know, stuff happens and stuff happens, and then it's like, kaboom, 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 and then it's the end of the movie.
Yeah.
And that is pretty much the way this one is.
Mm-hmm.
But spoilers from now on. Spoil. What's the best part of this movie, in your opinion?
You want to know about my
Mampy.
My favorite part of Venom: The Last Dance.
Tell me.
I can't do it anymore.
Impossible to do for more than 3 or 4 words.
It almost sounds like a gremlin as well.
He does. He could be a gremlin.
Ooh, a gremlin that gets a symbiote? Whoa. Now.
I did wonder, speaking of, since we're spoiling,
Yeah.
at the end, when Venom has taken all of the monsters inside of itself,
Yes.
I was like, he should do more of that shit.
Yeah. Well, I was like, why
Yes.
did he not just
Yes.
do that?
Exactly.
If he can take over horses, why can't he take over this bug monster?
Yeah, take over. And also, at the end, if he could take over all of those bugs, why didn't he take over all of those bugs?
Yeah, just take over all
But these are things that don't matter.
there. Yeah, if you really want to pick it apart, none of it makes
No.
even a moment of sense. But
No.
hey, that's okay. It's been
Even if you agree with the concept that there's like a alien symbiote,
Yeah.
and it's connected with Eddie Brock, and somehow it can eat heads, but Tom Hardy doesn't eat the head.
Yeah, and then Tom Hardy licks his lips with Venom's tongue, and you're like,
Yeah.
so I don't really understand.
Even if you take that into account, the rest makes no fucking sense. It's like, well, I don't get it.
I don't know how it works. We are connected, but if we are apart, I die, but I can go into other things. It's like, wait,
Yes.
I don't understand.
Yes.
So just go into a horse the whole movie, and then they can't ever find you, and everyone's alive. The end.
There you go.
Cheers. If there's no codec, or whatever it was called, what is it, Codex?
I think it was Codex.
Codex.
It's the classic MacGuffin of this movie. It's
got
the glowing light cube of this movie.
Yeah, there's always something glowing.
Though, we're not talking about the best part yet, my
Not
favorite
yet.
part. But the vision of the actual space bug is cool.
Oh yeah, I'd like it.
It's sort of like swirling, and I don't know, it was well rendered. I was like, oh, this is a cool concept, and I like it.
Okay, I thought
that's
there
not the
was some
best.
cool. I liked all the teeth. I thought that was fun, and
Yeah.
I loved when they would eat people. They would shred out blood from the back of its head. I was like, oh,
Well, while you're talking about that, Mampy, let me tell you about the best part
Okay.
of Venom: The Last
thank
Dance.
you.
When this space bug, the I don't know, the servant of Null,
Yes.
which sort of looks like a Starship Troopers bug.
Yeah, very much.
When it eats people or venoms or other symbiotes, it's got like a little exhaust thing,
Yeah.
like a wood chipper, and it just shoots blood out of the back of its neck. So it's like not even like it's getting any sort of like sustenance
No.
or it's taking any joy out of it. It makes it an even more just kind of soulless killing machine,
Yeah.
because it's just eating and going sploo and splooshing blood all behind it, and it's fucking cool.
And I guess it was made just to kill symbiotes mainly because it will shred them
seems
up
like
so
it.
small that they can't. Which that is another one we could go into because it seems like they could be split up, and that's fine.
Yeah, well, maybe they'll be in Venom 4.
Maybe all the
knows?
ones that got shredded will come back. Who knows? And the bugs can't die. These alien bugs will come back no matter what. They put their arms back together.
Unless they get melted?
Yeah, by acid. And then blown up.
Yes.
For some reason, they have to be blown up.
If you just really kick their ass, they can't live again.
Like, right,
but if you only sort of beat them up,
they're getting back up.
They're getting back up.
They're just putting their bodies back together. I loved how many times it would just cut to their face, and it was like, why is it doing that? The movie just kept doing it.
I saw it in 3D, so
oh wow!
But surprisingly, they didn't make much use of that.
Yeah,
I thought that would be like really close to my face, but it was just kind of
just there,
flat still.
Yeah, 3D. There was a time when 3D was about coming out, and then it became about going in. And it was like, I mean, it looked cool, but I still want some of it to come out.
Yeah.
I
I think this is a dumb gimmick, and I want you to use it as a dumb gimmick, please.
That's why I'm seeing it in 3D.
Yeah, I want it to go, Rah!
Didn't even know 3D movies still happen. That's exciting.
It does.
I always struggle. I mean, you as a glasses wearer also know.
Yeah.
It's very tough to have double glasses on. But
Dub glass.
Anyway, I gotta finally tell you my favorite part of the picture.
Okay.
So there is a hippie family in the movie.
There is a hippie family.
I love the dad actor. I don't know his name, but
don't know his name either.
He's always great in anything he's in. Usually like a side character doing something.
Absolutely.
What movie? I'm thinking of a movie with him in it, and he's kind of like a sneaky guy who causes a lot of bad stuff. I can't remember, but he's always good.
Tweet at us if you know who that guy is and what he was in.
Great actor, suppressing his accent, just doing English voice.
Oh, is he a Brit?
I think so. Maybe he's that good that he's tricked me into thinking that he is a Brit because he's that good at accents. Who knows?
Man.
It could be.
In this one, he's like, hey, man.
Hey, Eddie, think about it this way.
Hey, man.
When we die, a symbiote angel comes out and meets us. It's like, whoa, okay.
That's true.
Yeah. What if that does happen? That
Don't gotta tell me twice.
And we die, and then it's like,
Sean, I am your angel friend now. Hey there, remember me?
What? I don't.
You will never be alone again. All moments will be filled with my voice.
Okay.
Let's head up to heaven. I want to go to heaven.
Yeah.
Let's go there.
I go to heaven.
We'll have lots of fun.
It's hard to do.
It is.
I have no idea how he recorded more than 2 lines at a time.
It was a really long process. It took over 12 months to get every line for this movie. Yeah, I could only do 2 lines.
Hey, what are you telling me? You trying to make me do 2 lines? I'm not going to do 3 fucking lines. You crazy?
Tom, what was your process in learning the voice for Eddie Brock?
Well, I watched Tweety Boy. Every day. Well, I was just being a stinker.
I thought a symbiote. I'm sorry.
Why would we do that?
Yeah. That's the best line. Okay, sorry. This
What's the
hippie
best
family,
part?
this hippie dad, ruined his family's life because he's obsessed with aliens. Renamed all his children and wife to be about space stuff. And then his name's just Martin. And then, so they are trying to go to Area 51.
Sure.
They finally get there, very disappointed. He's like, there's nothing here. It's just...
Sucks.
This sucks. All of a sudden, the symbiotes blow up out of a mountain, and they're like fighting. And he's like, whoa! But then he just slowly sees how terrifying it is, and he's like screaming and freaking out. And at one point, he like gets the family into the van. He goes, "Aliens suck!" I just died. I was like, this is so funny.
It's good.
Because they're visually showing him freaking out, so you know that's what he's thinking. But for him to just say out loud, "Aliens suck!"
Aliens suck.
I died. I was like,
But
pretty good
that's
moment.
that's how it should be.
Yeah,
that's
I
how
loved
movies
it.
should be.
Loved it.
Yes, I liked that too.
It cracked me up.
You know what else I liked?
What?
Mampy? This is probably going to be the most hottest take I have.
Whoa.
I liked the ending montage.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
What song are they playing?
Oh, what
They're
was
like,
it?
here's to the bend, to the bend.
Yeah. Yeah. that's true.
Oh, yeah, the drinks bring back all the memories.
Yeah. Insane.
They're playing this, like, total bullshit cheeseball song, and they're showing, like, videos of them, you know, old memories of them together, because Venom has died. In quotes, Venom has died.
He's dead.
He's never coming back
Sorry,
for 2 or 3
folks.
more movies.
Yeah, no.
I just thought it was, like, pretty perfect
Yeah.
for the way these kinds of movies work.
Absolutely.
Because they're ridiculous.
Yeah.
They're completely ridiculous. They're always ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And once that music started, I was like, oh, this is exactly right.
Yeah.
Because it's like this is a stupid movie. And, like, this is the perfect dumb song for the memory montage and I truly kind of just liked this moment in a regular way.
Yeah, yeah.
Eddie goes and he just, like, looks at the Statue of Liberty. The whole movie, Venom is like,
I sure would like to see that beautiful lady.
Yeah.
and he's, like, pointing at the Statue of Liberty. He's like, oh, wouldn't it be cool to see the Statue of Liberty? And then Eddie goes to see the Statue of Liberty and he's like, I'm not gonna forget you. And I was just like, yeah, that's exactly how this should end.
Yeah, it makes sense.
This makes within the lack of sense, this makes perfect sense.
Perfect sense.
Like it is the way it should have been. I mean, obviously, I don't want Venom to be dead.
Yeah.
I much prefer.
Who would?
But he's not dead.
He's not dead. I mean, Noel probably wants him dead, but
Yes.
I don't.
No.
I didn't want a lot of symbiotes dead.
No.
All of the symbiotes, I love the scene where all the symbiotes were helping out and, like, people would get killed and then the symbiote would be like, nope, you're not dead. You're actually my body now.
Yeah.
And that was fun. There was one that died very fast, unfortunately. He was, like, kind of grayish and he was like, it's time to potty.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
he died, like, instantly and I was like, dang it, I like that guy.
Yeah.
I want to know more about him.
Hey, I'm gonna save it for the lo mains.
Okay.
Another thing I liked were the venom animals.
Oh, yes, that was fun.
The horse, the
horse.
the fish, the frog.
Fish.
I loved all of them.
I loved how when he was the fish, he ate another fish and then became a bigger venom fish. I was like, that is cool.
Like that kind of shit. If they had put tons more of like dumb shit like that,
Yeah.
would have been a much better. I mean, not that it was bad. Really, I mean, it is, but it isn't.
Yeah.
Who knows how to explain it?
I just thought it was missing, like more funny bits and like gags along the way. Like they should have spent more time in Vegas and had more gags. It just didn't. Yeah.
Even that bit was like just one bit.
Exactly.
And it was kind of the same bit over and over. Venom was playing the game for him, and he just kept moving his hand. And it's like, well, there's no other thing. They just thought of one thing.
And it went really long. Like, at least have him move to other machines. For some reason, he just kept doing the same machine.
Or just have him go play blackjack.
Yeah, that'd have been great.
Makes more sense. I mean, that is what they... It is a funny bit that he does really bad and instantly loses. But at the same time, I don't know.
We want to see more Venom in Vegas.
Though I guess it seems like not as bad as Joker.
Yeah.
But it seems like the point of the movie is that it's a road movie that isn't a road movie.
Yeah.
He goes like 4 or 5 miles.
Yeah, it's
down the road.
It is funny.
And then he's like, shit, I don't have any more money. And that's it. That's it. Pretty much. That's where
End
he
of the
ends
road.
up. Well, what are you gonna do?
Oh, I guess I get locked up in this science lab underneath Area 51.
Mm-hmm.
Run into my old nemesis, the cop guy.
Yeah.
That
you may or probably may not
I don't
remember from the other movies.
I was like, what?
Wasn't he deaf in one ear?
Oh, maybe.
Wasn't that a plot point for some reason?
Maybe. I don't know.
Who knows?
I will say there was a bit I did like where
Oh.
they cut to an airplane. It's like the inside of the plane, and you're expecting them to pan over to Eddie, but then they pan outside the plane.
I remember it well.
Hanging on the side. I was like, I did not expect. I was like, you know what, movie? I have to say, I did not expect that to happen in any way. So that was nice.
And then Venom also throws him off of the airplane.
Yeah.
And he plummets to the ground.
Yes.
And then Venom turns into a parachute, which is
good. The Venom chute. That was pretty awesome.
Where did now, obviously this is an alien symbiote, so it can do whatever it wants.
Yeah, sure.
But where did the teeth go?
The teeth, you know,
they're just out there.
They're just out there, just floating. I don't know. I don't understand any of it. None of it makes any sense to me.
No.
It's basically like the Thing without the horrific mutation of the person. I suppose.
It does whatever it wants to.
Which I prefer, I gotta say. I would rather have this partnership rather than forced amalgamation.
My lord.
I did like when he knocks out the guy who pees on his feet. That was pretty good.
That's really good.
There's a drunk man who turns and is pissing all over Eddie's new shoes that he just got, like, within one scene. I was like,
his Tevas.
His Tevas get pissed all over.
He's got some nice Tevas.
And then Venom just makes a giant hand and slaps the guy. Which I really like that.
I'm running out of good things.
Yeah, I think I kind of like the hippie dad. Even though it made no sense. Him in general, but when he shoots the alien with the rocket launcher.
Oh, yeah.
That made no sense because he was already a million miles away at that point. And then suddenly was right there and knew how to use the rocket launcher.
You know, these hippies, man.
Yeah.
They pretend to be peace and love, but deep down they all have rocket launchers.
Yeah.
Okay, I have nothing else good to say about it. Now, as I'm saying all the bad things, I'll remember bad things that I loved.
Yes, of course, of course.
But I must talk about the lo mein, the very worst part of this movie.
Get into it.
I liked the symbiotes a lot.
Yeah.
Once there started to be like 7 symbiotes, and there's like twins, and there's a guy with big fists, and there's a lady who's got just like poking pincer, I don't know what they are, like stabby tentacles, and like a bunch of different kinds of symbiotes. I was like, oh, this fucking
cool
rules.
Fire one for like about 0.3 seconds.
Yes.
I was like, whoa.
And then instantly killed.
Yeah.
Once that happened, I was like, awesome.
Yeah.
This is exactly what I need from
all
this movie
out
right
war,
now.
baby.
And almost all of them get killed really, really, really fast.
Yeah.
Which is pretty disappointing.
It's a bummer.
But also, it's weird that... So they come out, they're cool. Then they're fighting, but you don't know how many of them there are.
Yeah.
And when they die, you don't know which one. Mm-hmm. And then you don't know how many are left. And when they're all dead, you're like kind of going, wait, are they all dead?
Yeah, hold on.
Because you didn't really... Like, it's not like they form a line and they're doing and they get killed or something in a row or anything to let you know what is happening.
Yeah.
So you're just kind of like, I guess Big Fist Man, who I liked. I liked Big Fist Man a lot.
Yeah, he was great.
Where is he gone?
Dead.
Twins. The twins were cool.
I know, you just see them in the background. One of them gets killed and you're like, oh, dang it.
Yeah.
I didn't even know symbiotes could do that.
This is the kind of stuff. Now, we know this. But what the movies don't understand about comic book movies is that we like the things that are comic booky about them.
Yes, oddly enough.
We like big monsters. Mm-hmm. We like symbiotes doing weird shit. Mm-hmm. We don't want it to be gritty and realistic. I mean, it can be gritty, but it shouldn't be realistic.
Or it can be realistic, but it can't be,
Thank you. But when you show me a bunch of symbiotes, let's let them hang around for a while.
Please.
Because that's... From the moment they show a bunch of, like, symbiote goo floating around...
Yeah, you're like...
doing... I'm like, oh shit, those are going to come out.
Yeah.
And they're going to fight.
And it's going to get real.
And they have a common enemy. Mm-hmm. Now, how did the symbiotes... Now, this is within a world where how doesn't matter, obviously, but...
Yes.
How did the symbiotes who, like, stopped Null...
Yes. Somehow.
How did all of those symbiotes not... How can they not kill one bug?
Yeah, it was odd. Very odd.
And then, of course, Venom, who is the weakest of all the symbiotes...
Yeah, wait.
Can grab them and kill them. It's like, well, this
doesn't make any sense.
It's even within the internal nonsense is like nonsense butting up against a different kind of nonsense.
Maybe all of these symbiotes were like, everyday folks, like mailmen. You know, they're not really cut out for fighting.
These were not the warriors.
Yeah, not the warriors.
This is like a fucking candle maker.
Yeah.
Butcher.
Cobbler. Someone who makes peach cobbler.
I can make your peach cobbler, but I cannot do battle. I am not good at fighting.
No, we need you. That's the only reason you're here.
No, I cannot. Sorry.
The cool green guy's like,
we have an army.
And it's like, oh, sick. They're going to be... And then I'll die. I was like, come on, what?
Yeah.
When he died that fast, I was like, one... He just killed that dude again without even acknowledging the guy.
Dead.
Yeah, the cop guy who they gave
Double
a symbiote. So that was just an odd. This was like, wait, they just killed him immediately?
Yeah.
He's like,
Venom, go.
Dead. I was like, what? Which I wish they would explain why that kills a symbiote, because the symbiotes seem to be able to come back from almost
They can do anything
unless they're burnt or have that sound crap.
It's just sound, right?
Yeah.
Can Bernie even kill them?
Maybe not, I guess. I
guess if you burn the whole damn thing.
Yeah,
without any of it getting out. But I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea, but it was very unclear. I was like, I feel like all those pieces would just come back together.
That's what if I were a symbiote and I got eaten by a space bug and shot out of like a kind of leaf blower type exhaust thing, I would just put myself back together.
Yeah. It would take some time.
Yeah, just...
Now, I would have loved slow cutbacks to little pieces of symbiote. And then all of the ones who died come and make a super symbiote. And they kill the bugs.
That sounds like exactly the kind of thing that I want.
Sick.
Now, technically, that is inside of the movie Hundreds of Beavers.
Yeah.
And that is why I want to see it. But
yeah,
if this truly... I mean, one of the I know I've talked about Hundreds of Beavers too much on this podcast, but one of the reasons I love it is that it goes all in.
Mm-hmm.
And it is like, this is a silly movie, and it's going to be silly all the way. And, like, the fact that so many of these things are like, we're a comic book movie, but, we're not going to get too silly. Or in, like, Venom's case, like, we're a comic book movie, but we're not going to have those symbiotes hanging around.
Yeah, it's like, I would
love them to hang around.
Movie. It should have been a whole movie about Venom's team of symbiotes.
Yes.
Kicking butt.
He builds a team.
That would have been awesome.
Traditional action movie bullshit.
They fight back, they beat the bugs, and then they're like, now we're going to take on Noel.
Yes.
Next movie, great.
That sounds fucking awesome.
Venom. All out war.
Yeah. I don't know. Venom symbiote. Total
symbiote. Symbiotal war.
Totes symbiotes. These are all possibilities.
It would have been great.
Okay, this is another thing. Wait, did you tell me your least favorite?
It was just a moment where there's this the cop guy we've mentioned a few times from the other movies. He's like sitting.
Oh, yeah.
Almost every scene they cut to him like sitting, really out of it on a bed. I'm sad. And then at one point they're talking to him, interviewing the symbiote inside of him, and it's just like talking through him, and it's just a really long and like dumb scene, and it's just like saying half the stuff he's saying, you're like, what? I don't know what you're saying, and it doesn't quite make any sense.
Yeah.
And then at one point, it's like at the end of the scene, they're like, what is it? What do we have to be afraid of? And his whole face like gets all like veiny and he goes, darkness. And I just like was like, no, this didn't work.
Nope.
Dude.
Not scary, not
Poor
good.
actor. Yeah, I was like, that's.
Yeah.
I just always imagine those actors in those scenes without any of the VFX or sound design. Must feel so dumb. He's like growling. Yeah. I would just be laughing like crazy on the other side of that. Yeah, darkness.
Yeah, it's
That
pretty
part
dumb.
just really stuck out. I was like, oh god, that was horrible.
In general, now this is broken up into subcategories, but I didn't understand why there were so many characters who had stories.
Yeah.
Like there's a scientist who has a backstory,
Yeah.
and she is not an important character.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like
Until the very end, she does a thing,
Yeah.
but we do not need that story in order for her to do that thing.
Unless they made it like very like that's why I was so surprised it happened so late. I was like as soon as she saw like all the symbiotes are getting out there and she sees the little electrified
Yes.
it's like, oh, just put it on.
Do
It's
it.
like, why are you waiting
Help.
so long? Yeah, help. She probably could have saved so many people with her lightning powers.
Yeah, so like at the very beginning, her brother gets killed by lightning.
It's wild.
And the lightning goes through her and gives her kind of cool lightning
Yeah.
veins. And she loves the symbiotes. She loves the aliens. She's like one of the few people who's like, these things are beautiful and we need to study them and learn about them. And then, yeah, she waits until after it's not helpful anymore.
Yeah.
And then she turns into a symbiote. And then she kicks ass.
Yeah,
She has cool lightning powers. I think she blows something up.
yeah, it's like,
And
what
it's
are
like,
we
well, we sure could have used you
doing? Exactly.
back at the beginning of this battle.
It's just so weird. They like telegraph it and then don't do anything about it till the.
Yes.
You're like, can you? Because she has an arm that doesn't work from the lightning.
Oh.
So you're like, she would have a reason to do it, and she's like obsessed with aliens and stuff. I was like,
Yeah.
why would she not instantly do it? It just
And
was
she sees that
odd.
it works.
Yeah, no one is dying, but they're just like becoming these cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
And why did they kill the Christmas one? Keep the Christmas one alive. Stop killing these symbiotes.
Stop killing. Also, this is like another thing where, who knows why, but there's a lady and she's got a Christmas tree pin.
Yeah.
And her mother gave it to her or something.
I'm very surprised they didn't give us a whole like flashback and
Yes.
storyline for her too.
But in that case, it's weird that like we have this bit, but why?
Yeah.
What is it for?
Yes, what is this?
Like, I mean, I guess it is simply supposed to be, okay, well, I guess that's the lady with the Christmas tree pin.
Yeah, and she'll be green and red when she turns
Yes,
into
like
a
Christmas trees.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
Yeah, that's all.
Well,
That's that.
you know, in case you need to know why she's green and red, it's because of the Christmas pin.
Oh, I get it.
That makes perfect sense.
There's a really weird scene where after they hear about Noel's plan to destroy everything, she just goes into this room and she's like, have you called your family in a while? This random lady who we've seen never. She's just like, no, why? Is everything okay? Yeah, it's cool. Bye. And she walks out. I was like, what was the point of that scene?
No, it's not cool.
Oh, and the shoes. Do you remember that? That she's like, these were my grandmother's shoes, or you know, something dumb like that. She has these like extra pair of shoes. I don't even know why. It's the only reason it's important is that Eddie uses the shoes later. It's like, what?
I don't remember that at all.
They set up these shoes she like puts in this little cubby and later
Oh,
he
yes, I
gets
do
them.
remember
Yeah,
that.
It's like, what?
He wears the shoes?
I think I'm pretty sure.
fucking insane.
Yeah, I was like, what is
Really no reason to set that up at all.
the shoes bit in general? I was like, why are we? What is this bit?
It was also weird because they do like a Die Hard bit where he's walking over glass, but it has no effect on him.
Yeah.
Like, that's the whole point of him having not shoes, is that he walks over glass and he's like, ow, 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 ow.
He's just like,
He just runs over it
yeah.
with no feeling at all.
I don't think he even had the symbiote at that point. I think he's
Who
just
knows?
doing ass.
Who knows?
Who can tell?
The alien family, or the alien lovers family, I thought
Yes.
were fine, but are another example of like, well, this just seems like they felt like they had to put things in the movie.
Yeah, and even the scenes kind of like the scene where they first meet him ends kind of like Well, that was the scene. Like,
There you go.
There's been a lot lately of like in movies where like a scene will just kind of drift, and like there's no cap on it. They're just like, yep. And everyone's looking around like, is that the end of the scene?
Well, we ate the grilled food.
Yeah.
I guess that's it.
And
Feel free to cut anytime.
Yeah, him throwing the vegetarian dish and no one, they're just like, okay.
No one says anything.
Yeah, it's like,
Good stuff, though.
there's the whole thing of no one ever acknowledging him talking to himself, really, other than a few, like being like,
Yeah.
what that was that?
Huh?
But there's like clear points where he's just talking out loud to himself where no one's.
Well, you think we should go to Las Vegas and do some gambling?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's
Very
odd.
weird.
It's very odd. And why? I mean, you would think Venom could just hear his thoughts because he's part
Yeah.
of his body.
He's in there.
It's funny.
I think the lo mein-esque, the most, or the nearest most, nextest most, least thing, is just the fact that, like, the first one has such a energy of madness.
Yeah.
Like, just shit keeps happening. You're like,
What the
fuck is this crazy shit? Like, he walks into a restaurant and he jumps into a lobster
just
tank.
eating lobsters?
And he's eating the raw lobster, talking to himself.
What a movie.
And that kind of stuff is just like, wow, this is crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love this. And even the second one was fine.
It added
This
too
one is
much.
Fine.
The second one was like going a little too serious, like
Yeah.
which I get. You're adding a character who's a murderer or whatever, but it's like it's getting a little too serious, and you look really goofy anyway.
Yeah, who cares?
It's just like
You're
let's
a ridiculous Woody Harrelson character.
Just, yeah.
Be a ridiculous Woody Harrelson character.
And I mean, I don't know enough about comics, or maybe this did happen. I don't remember. I thought the lady with the screamy voice was supposed to become a symbiote who screamed. Like, isn't that a character in Spider-Man? Like a Shrieker, I think her name is. Isn't
Sounds
that,
like it.
Yeah, and that didn't ever turn into
No.
anything. I was like,
They don't want us to have symbiotes.
yeah, no symbiotes in these movies.
They know deep down they're the coolest part.
Yeah.
So they're like, let's
Get rid of it.
hold those back.
I want a Transformers 1 type movie about the symbiotes on Symbiote Island.
Sure.
Fighting these
Now it's
bugs.
time.
That would be
Hey,
good.
Eddie, let me tell you the story of when we caught Null. Once upon a time.
He's got a storybook.
Yeah, that would be great.
Once upon a time.
Oh, and the weird ass scene where Eddie wakes up and he's like, buddy, I had the weirdest dream, and there's like this really overly serious military guy, and he's like, it's not a dream. Your friend is dead, and if you ever breathe a word of this, we'll bury you in the ground. I was like, what is this? Like, I was like, why?
Who is
this?
that guy? Where did he come from?
Where did he? It was very odd.
Never see him again.
Yeah, is that supposed to be the guy who the whole movie they kept calling, and he was like he was silhouetted, and he's like, activate protocol.
You know what? I have no
Fuck
idea.
knows, yeah.
I thought that the guy in that room who was like in profile the whole time.
Yeah.
I thought he had black hair. Didn't he? Who knows? You can't
Who
tell.
knows? He's in the darkness.
Yeah, but that guy's there for 37 seconds.
Yeah, who knows?
You
Very
better
odd.
not ever think of talking, or you know what'll happen to you. You're not gonna like it.
It's just odd stuff. I also laughed out loud at the moment when the soldiers are on the way to get Eddie out of the lake, and they're just like. The plane comes by and all the soldiers are just hanging out like puppets. I was like, what?
Fucking weird.
Maybe they do it that way, but it just looked insane.
And also when there's one point where Eddie kills a soldier, which is like way just not the right feeling for that moment.
It felt so wild. I was like, what?
It's like, what? Why did he kill that guy?
Yeah, and then like the mask comes off and they're just like dead, and you're like, oh god,
This is not right for this movie.
It felt really wild.
I mean, if he had died in like a cartoonish way,
Yeah,
but he just gets murdered.
and then
Just regular murdered,
yeah.
and then he's like, That's it.
While meanwhile, Venom Fish is like jumping around. Like it's just such a
ripping people to shreds.
jagged. It's almost like in Friday, where like that movie's so goofy, and then suddenly that dad character's like, "Here's the struggle we've been going through all our life," and you're like, "Whoa, what? Like, where did this come from?" Like,
sorry, Dad, but I think you're in the wrong movie.
yeah, exactly.
Don't you know that this is a silly story about two layabouts?
I almost felt that way about. I don't know his name. You know it, Ejiofor.
Oh yes.
Yeah, his general soldier guy character. He's like also feels almost in the wrong movie.
Yeah.
Because like after the alien shreds all the soldiers, he calls the scientist and he's like, "This alien killed 3 of my men," which I swear there was more than 3. But
there's a lot of men.
yeah. And the lady's like, "Did you get any samples?" And then he looks at her and he gets like super emotional. He goes, "Samples?" And it was so dramatic. I was like, this movie.
This poor guy.
Not it.
This poor guy. Someone needs to let him know that he doesn't have to do this.
I also had no clue what the scientist lady was saying for the first 10 minutes she was in it. She was like,
Oh, I'm just your papa.
I was like, what? I don't know.
You like me? You like me?
Yeah.
I got struck by lightning. My brother was struck by lightning and died.
What was it?
So when you hear thunder, get down under.
Or whatever I was like, what is this?
Yeah, I don't know.
Such a weird. Also just editing in general, I thought was a mess. Like half the time I didn't know what was happening, or like when early on when he's in that bar, like mixing the drinks, it's like so chaotic, and you're like, I don't really understand why he's doing this. Like the reactions,
and then he never drinks it.
It's like, and you hear like ADR. Tom Hardy being like, "Oh, there's some ice cubes," It's like he's like explaining. It's like, what is this?
Oh, here's a different kind of liquor.
It just was odd. And then the bartender, it just didn't.
They arrest a bartender and take him to a black site.
Yeah, for no reason.
Why?
And he doesn't show back up
to a black site.
To the end.
Yeah, and then at the very, 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 very end, he's like, "Oh, what's happening?" And you're like, "What?
Huh?
Who the fuck is what?
What the? And is
why?
And that was a venom fly or cockroach at the end, I guess.
I think so.
Yeah, a venom cockroach.
I mean, that's cool.
Yeah, I love a venom cockroach. I better finish that sentence. I tell you what.
I like a venom. Anything else about this wonderful film, Venom: The Last Dance?
I didn't get why the soldier blew himself up. I think I kind of mentioned that. I didn't really make sense. He's already poured acid on Venom and the creatures, so they're dead. Which I also think is funny. At any point, Noel could just send more creatures.
Yeah.
It's not really a great solution, but
they seem like endless creatures, right?
Yeah. And unkillable, each one of them.
Yeah, endless unkillable creatures.
All right, cool. Yeah, the guy just also decides to blow himself up, and I had no understanding why.
He's got to. Yeah, he's got to
do it.
Because you don't want him to be in the sequel.
No. And the hippies just are like, Eddie's dead, and they drive off. There's no, they don't like come back to like, I was like, this movie's just such a mess.
We don't need those characters.
I did find myself getting emotional, though, when Eddie and him were in the helicopter.
Yes!
I was like, I actually do feel sad for them.
They nailed it.
Like,
I think it's good because Tom Hardy's just a good actor.
Yeah.
And he doesn't get many chances to act in this movie.
No.
Or at least act in a, a good way.
Yeah.
He gets plenty of chances to act in like a madcap way, but not in like
insane.
a crying. And yeah, I thought that part was good.
Yeah. Venom saying
great job.
Really wanted to see her. I was like, oh, Venom.
Sorry, Venom.
Goodbye, Venom.
Goodbye, Venom. I'll miss you until the next movie. Yeah.
What is with these movies? I mean, Shrek, the final chapter, now they're making Shrek 5. It's like, okay, what is this? What does anything have any meaning anymore?
Thank you. But we can't only talk about Venom: The Last Dance.
Nope.
We got to talk about other things we watched, which brings us to a segment we like to call Panda Express Presents Express Yourself About the Movies You Watched This Week. Play that song.
Ding 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 ding. It's time for the Fan Express. Boop boop, because we got some things expressed. Pink pink about the things we watched this week. Dun 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 dun. All aboard.
Did you watch anything this week, Mampy?
I started Hocus Pocus on the plane ride back.
And
I love that movie to death, but I was like, I kind of just want to draw, so I just cut it off.
Yeah, fuck that movie.
Yeah, but I love it. I'll probably go see it while it's out. I really wanted to go see Trick or Treat, but I could not convince my girlfriend to go see it at the Belcourt.
It's a pretty good movie.
I like it. It's fun.
I like it.
It's silly.
Apparently, they're working on a second one.
What? Are you serious?
You know, it's one of those things where eventually every movie has to have a sequel now.
Well, at least with like...
It makes more sense for this.
Yeah, it's like you can do many different...
Yeah.
Whatever stories you want. That is kind of fun.
Yeah.
I
like
Trick or
Creepshow.
Treat
Just keep
6.
doing 4 different stories that sort of loosely connect, and that's it.
Well, I like the story from 2, but I really love the story from 8, you know. The 4th story from 8 is really good, but...
I love Trick or Treat 8. I watched 1 million films this week.
Whoa, that's amazing.
I've been knocking back some Halloween movies.
Hell yeah.
Really knocking them back. I watched
love it.
Sisters, a great De Palma movie.
Never heard of it.
That is awesome.
Okay.
Kicks ass. There's one part that I find like especially great because I think it's rare anyone has used this technique in such a good way.
Okay.
There's like a split screen thing. And he does some split screen and Carrie in a few other of his other movies, but I think he sort of perfected it in this, and he didn't really need to do it ever again. But there's been a murder, and they're cleaning up the murder, and at the same time, there's a woman who has witnessed the murder, and she has alerted the police.
Oh God!
And they're like. The police have come and they're going across the street to where she has seen the murder in like an apartment. And so those things are happening, and they kind of cut to individual stories occasionally, but lots of it plays out in a split screen where the 2 stories are happening at the same time.
Whoa.
And like, sometimes there's like a little dialogue on the right side, and then, maybe something else has happened on the left side that you sort of see but sort of don't see. Whoa. And it's like you're getting to choose what you see, but also the really important stuff is highlighted by him, and it's just so cool.
That sounds fun.
And there's especially like 1 or 2 moments where like someone is hiding and you see them hide, and then you see the other storyline like wander through their camera and you're like, uh-oh.
That's fun.
It's just really fucking good.
Yeah, I was thinking that'd be fun for a scene to have like a split screen where the person running and the person chasing is...
Yeah.
You see both, and they're hiding, and you're like,
they could easily do that.
Where are they?
But it's awesome. What else did I watch? I watched The Purge for the first time.
Oh, never seen him.
Which I had never seen. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's like another one of those movies where I have no idea why there were 4 more.
Yeah.
But it was okay.
Yeah, they seem to get progressively more unhinged.
Yes.
Wild. I was like, all right.
I think that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Because this one is like... probably because it was a low-budget movie.
Yeah.
And before it had been successful and they had enough money to make The Purge seem like The Purge.
Yeah.
But it was okay. There was some killing.
Sure.
There was some exploding heads and...
We love exploding heads on this pod.
just people getting blasted. That was good.
I love a blast.
Did I watch anything else that of value?
Maybe.
I watched Halloween. You got to watch
classic.
Halloween every once in a while.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So you can't do a better movie than that.
I gotta revisit.
How long has it been?
Last year. 1 whole year since I saw it.
Well, do it. Check it out.
I don't think I'll ever revisit any of the other ones, but I do like the first one very much.
Well,
Thank
agree to disagree on that one, Mampy. Because I'm a big 2-head. I'm a big
Two-head.
4-head. I'm a big 3-head.
Yeah.
5's fine. The Blumhouse ones
H2O.
are fine. H2O's... I've never seen the one that Busta Rhymes is in. I should watch the one that Busta Rhymes
What is that called?
I've heard it's the very worst one.
Oh, it is bad, dude.
Cool. Oh, wait. No, I've also been doing the Friday the 13th.
Ooh.
And I watched Friday the 13th Part 5, which I had not watched before.
Wow.
And it's, in my opinion, fucking sucks. Because it's like Jason died in 4, but, you know, more Jason stuff has to happen.
Yeah.
And so, like, there's a kid, and he's going to, like, a house for, you know, at-risk youth, and it's just, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah.
Stupid.
I do like the one where, what you call it? He's dead in the grave, and he gets, like, shocked by lightning and comes back. That one's pretty fun.
What is that?
That one, there's, like, a popular drinking game about that one, because it's, like, they really leaned into the goofiness.
Yeah.
The whole idea, and I was like, this one's pretty fun.
Maybe that's 6. I don't know.
Might be 6.
I don't know when actual Jason comes back, because, like, 5 is, like, fake Jason.
Oh.
Spoiler alert.
I didn't know.
But,
Fake
you know,
Jason.
it doesn't...
Is that the one, what's his name,
Change
Tommy
your-
Jarvis or something?
Tommy Jarvis is in it, yes.
Is he little?
It's old
in
Tommy Jarvis.
Oh, he's old.
Well, he's in his teens or whatever.
There's one where he's like a full adult, and he comes, and he's like, we have to stop him from coming back, and then he comes back.
I think that's 5.
Oh, that's fine. I have no idea which.
Or maybe it's 6.
There's,
I don't
like,
know if...
Hunter characters in it. I remember that part.
Is there... Yes? Is there a hunter?
They're like these hunter dudes, these 2 hunters, they get killed. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know which one's which.
That might have... I watched it yesterday, but I have no memory of it.
I couldn't tell you what the hell I saw.
Tweet at us, at Food Courtcast. Let us know what movies you want us to watch next. There's Conclave. There's... I don't know what... There's, like, a new Clint Eastwood movie that they will not let us watch for some reason. There's, like, a bunch of other shit. Tweet at us. What do you want us to watch? Give us 5 stars on your favorite app. Or ask a question.
Please.
Anything you want to do.
Please.
Send a message to Mampy and say, hey, you sure are a cool podcaster.
Yeah.
Send a message to me that says roughly the same thing.
Please. We need it.
And, Mr. Mampy, may I say to you, on behalf of you, may I say, from you, Mampy Hikes, and me, Sean Parrott, may I say, bon appetit?